Right fellas, sorry about that, there was no sound available at the moment because I hadn't put my mic on. We just cast out and Danny, first cast, believe it or not, just pulled in his little first cod ever. It's only a little cod, like a little codling, but I mean at the end of the day that's Danny's first ever cod. So he's going to be well chuffed with that one. I don't know if there's any sound there or not. If there wasn't, I'll just narrate it, but I had to throw it in because, you know, it's about time he got a cod. And it's the first time he's been out since Christmas, so, you know, good on him. Right, I'm going to take a little break there, fellas, while I just sort this rod out and stuff. And then I'll be back and we'll have a chat. But I'm at Sandlemere, Tunstall anyway, and it's a beautiful afternoon. Apparently there's loads of bass and cod being caught, so let's just hope there's loads more. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, good afternoon, fellas. Welcome to another edition of Cod Bite Fishing Adventures. I know that was just about a bit of a, you know, a prologue, whatever you want to call it. Because we just bloody cast out and I hadn't even sorted my rods out. Danny flicked out because he's only one rod with him and I've got two. And he's straight into a cod. It's only a little codling like, but, you know, to Danny, that is jaws because, I mean, he's never caught one. So, you know, he's real chuffed about that. So he's going to come on camera in a minute and you see his little smiling, beaming face. The old fart machine struck early on and he's in lead, 1-0 on the old coddies. So it's a beautiful day though. Look at the sea conditions. Look at that. There's fish in there if ever I saw it. Now the guy to my left has pulled in 5 bass apparently in close. So you know I'm not looking for bass like, but I might drop one in close because I've got a pulley pennel out there and a pulley dropper. I know I should be fishing with flatty rigs, but oh, I've just got a bite. First rod nearest to us. Just had a lovely bite on that. I'm in now, Danny, I think. I've got a bite. Just keep an eye on that first rod, fellas. I've just had a bite on it. If there is a bite today, you'll see it because there's no wind. It's absolutely stunning conditions. We've got a nice sea. It's flat, but there's a few little swells coming in, but only little ones. It's holding perfectly, virtually straight out, and you get a bloody long way without no wind. So even Danny's casting out good because he's got a Sonic Vader now, 14-footer. And he's asking me if I'm jealous now because he's got a coddy and I ain't got one. He's chalked his first cod up for the season. So Danny leads 1-0 in the cod league, but I mean, obviously, you know, there's plenty of time to catch him up, like, well hopefully there is if there's any more cod about, like. But it's all good, innit? Thanks for all the new subscribers on the last video. You know, thanks. If you don't know how to subscribe, by the way, if you're looking on the TV, if you're watching on the TV or on Fire Stick, if you just click the centre OK button, it'll bring you up the information on the video you're watching. If you look on the first row at the top, there's a little icon with cod bites on it, the little cod bites icon. If you click on that, it gives you an option to go to the channel or subscribe. If you could just click the subscribe bit, or if you want to watch any more videos, go to the channel and you can get loads of stuff from there. If you click the little bell icon, it'll notify you every time I put a new video up. So get yourselves in and keep an eye on that first rod because it's got a little bite on it and it might turn into something. I've got a bite now, Danny. I've got a nibble on this one. Just going to keep an eye on it. It could be a productive today, you never know. It's all good. We might be in for some fish. There is a tiny bit of drift to the right, but not much. Very, very minute. So, right, I'm going to take a little break for now. But if them rods do start going mental, chicken oriental, I'll be back on. Well, we're back. About 10 minutes has gone by. I've just been sorting the lands out. I've got tangled up with Danny bringing me gear in, like. Yeah, I got tangled up with Danny, and it wasn't his fault, like, it was just a bit of drift. But it wasn't a bad tangle, it just went over, we got it out straight away, so it's all sorted. I pulled both rigs in, I'm on full black lug on one. I've got 2 black lug made into a nice sausage style bait, well elasticated up then shackled on, and then on my pulley pennel I've got mackerel and squid wrap, and it looks lovely. So I've cast it out about 70-80 metres. I ain't gone meddling man, because it's pointless. Danny was only out about 40 and he got a bloody cod, so you know, I don't want to cast too far out there. Nobody else is casting miles out, so you know, I'm just going to keep it at that. But the conditions are lovely, as you can see. There's a lovely fresh, it's a real fresh breeze. I mean, there's no power to it. It's just a lovely fresh breeze, and it's sorted. I'm loving it. It's nice to be on these beaches, especially in this type of weather, and there's cod still being about. Really, I should be on flatty rigs, to be fair, if I'm going to be looking for some fish today, but you know, I didn't really have time to make any flatty rigs. I was going to think about it this morning, and then I thought, well, there's only an hour to go before I have to set off, so I never bothered. So I'm using a pulley dropper and a pulley pennel. I can swap to a Paternoster, which is similar to a flatty rig anyway, so you know, none of the fancy beads like, but who cares. You know, there's bait out there, if there's fish about, they'll eat it, won't they? It's nice to see Danny getting off the mark with a cod. It might get him back into the enthusiastic side of fishing now, because he hasn't been out for 3 or 4 months, and he said he couldn't remember how to cast, so you know, that's how funny it is. He couldn't remember how to cast, but I'm sure he'll pick the gist up a bit again. He seems to be doing it all right anyway with that first one. So he's just cutting his line off, because he's got like it's sort of like tangled about maybe 60 metres into his line. It's tangled up, so he's pulled it all off. Obviously not dumped it, he's put it in his box. And he started from there. He had plenty of line on his reel anyway, so you know, there's plenty of line on the reel. I'll tell you what, this tide's coming in really fast. I've just moved back about 8 or 9 metres and it's on me already. But look at this, fellas. This is Tunstall Cliffs. Look at that. That's where I've got to climb up, just there. I mean, you know, that's it. You can walk straight off the cliff, straight on to the beach. So, you know, and it's a lovely beach. And obviously there's fish, because there's been 5 bass caught to the left of me. Whether he's had any more since, I don't know. But and Danny got a cod, obviously, first cast, so there is fish out there. I think as the tide comes in, because we're still a good 2.5 hours to top yet. I think top's about 1 minute past 7, and it's 4 o'clock. There's 3 hours to top yet. You know, my brother said he was here yesterday. He was looking at the tide, and it was bashing the cliff. So it looks like it's going to bash it today. But I'll be on the cliff anyway, so I'm not bothered. And with it only being a 6-inch drop from the cliff to the beach, it's spot on. To be fair, fellas, it's not as easy as where it looks. I've had to walk about a good 250 yards to get to that flat bit. You know, it's a fair crack up the cliff, like along the cliff to find it. But you what? Yeah. The bait's in that bag. There's a bag full of it, squid.
Where?
There's a big bag full of squid. You can't miss it. There's like a massive bag of it. Let's have a look. Yeah, squid. Well, yeah, it's all doing well. I mean, it's just a matter of waiting for the bites now. I think I've had 1 bite, but I mean, I think it was crab action, because I pulled both them rods. Are you just sitting by a rod? Yeah. You what? Yeah. Both them rods, when I brought them in, there was no bait on them whatsoever. So they've definitely had it all. Definitely crabs out there. It's whether you can get the fish before the crabs devour your bait, innit? But we've got plenty of bait, so I'm not bothered. This video is Sunday today, and this video is actually, it's going up today. I'll have it up tonight, so it's what is it, Sunday the 13th of April, and it is exactly 20 past 4. So I reckon I'll be home for about maybe 8. I'll have this video up for 9. It'll be up and ready to rumble, so you'll be seeing it just an hour after I've got home. So I'm going to try and get quite a lot of content up, you know, because I've been lacking in it for the last 3 months, so I'm going to make up for it. What content I haven't had, I'll make back up. So, but I'm going to be back if there's any more movement on them rods, which hopefully there will be. Right, I'm back. I've just swapped rigs. I've took the pulley dropper off, and I've moved on to a flatty rig, 2-hook clip down. On pure black at the moment. Just put full black on each. Sent it out quite a long way. Just Danny wanted to see how far I could cast with a good oik, and I've got probably well over 100 metres, well over. There's no wind whatsoever. It's absolutely dead. But all looking good. Just waiting for the elusive fish now. But if you're going to get a bite, you're going to see it anyway. It's a fact. It's about about an hour and a half from top now. One hour and a half from top. Pushing us right against the cliff now. I'll show you where we are now. Just here, look. That's where we are now. I mean, I'm 10 metres from the cliff edge now. In fact, if you look behind me this side, I'm actually got me back on it. But as I say, I can just walk there. I'm on the top of the cliff, and you know, it'll all be good. So I'm not bothered. Move a little bit, but I mean, the conditions are fabulous. I mean, it's going to be a great video. This. I'm trying to keep you this way because there's a lot of people on the beach today. I mean, there's lots of kids and stuff, so I'm trying to avoid them and being in camera range. Like, you probably got a quick look when I spun the camera on, but I'm trying to keep them out of it. So if you see me cutting off for any particular reason, that'll be the reason why. Because I wouldn't have thought you'd have got anybody up this end, because we're quite far up the beach. I mean, we've gone 250, 300 metres up the beach to get a good spot, because there's a gully over here. That's where Danny's fishing in. Danny actually nicked the gully off me. That's where he got his cod from, and he's casted into that gully, so you know, you never know, we might get some good fish. But there's definitely crabs out there, because all baits are now coming back eating. So, but the far rod's got a full mackerel on it. It's a pulley pennel. Well, no, it's not full mackerel. Sorry, it's mackerel and squid. But no matter what happens, it's been a good session already. Because I don't care who's caught the fish. Danny's had a cod, and it's nice to see one still coming out. I think Hornsey produced a few this morning, some bass and cod, and some haddock. I think somebody caught an haddock. But it's definitely a nice day to be fishing. I just thought my back don't bloody well go tomorrow, carrying that box on my back all the way up the cliff, but I seem to do it comfortably, so you know, it seems to be alright doing it. I think this is handy. Yeah, it is. I'll be back in a minute, fellas, if we get anything. I've just had a bite on this first rod nearest to us, the 2-hook clip down. It's been out there about 7 or 8 minutes. It's had some lovely bites on it, so hopefully we might get a fish here. It didn't look like a crab bite, so you know, let's hope that it's a bloody fish. Get me off the mark. It'd be nice to get a fishy just to get off the mark, and then we can settle down, can't we? Well, this tide is really coming in. That's 2-hook clip down with it, 2 big black lug on it from Mark Tom. Nice bait, lovely, nice big chunky worm, and with a bit of luck, might produce a few fish. Yeah, I'm just trying this flatty rig because I did say earlier on, it's probably better off using flatty rigs here because it's so dead. and you know, you get a ray, you get bass, everything on them. So you know, I've still got a pulley pedal out there as well. You know, if there's out big swimming along, like with the big baits on. But I mean, I'm just going to stick this little 2-hook clip down. I'm just going to put small baits on there, maybe a bit of black lug and a bit of squid and a bit of mackerel, a bit of bluey, you know, with a black lug. You know, mix and match it. I might try different stuff on each hook, but you know, just to say we're trying everything. But it's looking good because I've had a nice bite on it, so you know, it might not come tonight, like, but I've had a bite. That's the main thing. That proves that it's the rig's working. Well, yeah, it'd be nice to get off the mark. Even if it's a flatty or something, I'll be happy with that, you know. I'm not greedy and never have been. Any fish will do me. I mean, I've had some cracking sessions here over the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, as you've seen on the videos, you can just turn on here and you can be on them. I don't know if this mic's picking up all them little screaming nippers over there, but there's a lot of kids on the beach. You know, whether it's picking them up or not, I don't know. You what, Dan? Yeah, maybe there might be crabs out there. I've had some quite good nibbles. I thought that was a decent fish though, what I had. You might have to keep checking your bait every 10 minutes or so, because I say if there is crabs out there, they're not going to last long. Right, I'll be back if that rod goes again. I don't just want to waste a battery on nothing, like, but I'll be back. Got a bite on this rod. Yes, I'm on here, definitely.
Has he got a cod there?
Feels like I've got it. It feels like I have. No, you've got it. Oh yeah, I've got him. You'll have to wait. It does feel like there's a fish on here. Is that both my rods going?
Yeah.
There's no way I'm off on the other one, is there?
It looks like they might meet. Oh no, it's not good. Maybe just over it.
I'll just free that for us, Danny.
Oh no.
Free that, me hook. It's on me hook. My hook's over it. Just get that hook off it. It might be that one that's got the bite on it.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's keep an eye on that one. Don't know, well, that's drifted over there because it's dead straight out. Unless the fish took it with it, like.
Might be on that one.
Okay, let's wonder you never lost my rod there.
Imagine if you pull that one and they pull that one and we'll fish on.
They was definitely going, weren't they?
Yeah, so this one might have been pulling that one.
No, unfortunately, I went off on my other rod, but it was only my hook. I don't know how I got on the other hook because there was miles apart looking at them, weren't they?
Yeah, you got it.
Right, I'll be back if we get ready. I'll have to move camp because we've been right on the cliff now. That tool clip down, I brought it in because I got caught on my other rod as you saw. It was only the hook, I didn't want right round it or nothing. It must have got dragged round over there. It didn't look like they was together, like, but obviously there was. I've cast it back out, but I've put squid on the bottom hook. Squid on the top hook, half squid, and a full king prawn on the bottom hook. And I've cast it out about 65-70 metres. It is flat out there. Danny's over there, look, the old fart machine is there. Give him a wave, Mr. Flatulence. Mr. The cod god. So he's over there, and that's where I am. Look, I'm on the cliff, it's behind me now, like I'm touching it. We're supposed to get a bit of rain at 6. Whether it does rain or not is another matter, but It's still early. I mean, I've got a couple of hours before I've got to go, so, you know. What time is it now? Got 3 hours left to fish yet. Plenty of time. I'll be happy with one fish, mate. I'm not greedy. One fish and I'll be happy. You've seen Kudjo, haven't you? Look, Kudjo. See him? We're just missing the sled. You just need a sled, don't you? Yeah, it's all good. I'm enjoying myself fishing here. It's beautiful. I shall certainly come back again. I always enjoy it on here. I mean, you don't always guarantee to catch, but, you know, you always get a good session. Apart from it blowing a bloody hoolie and pouring down with rain, but other than that. Are you getting a few spits of rain? I thought I felt a few spits. Might be wrong. Yeah, I could quite believe it and all. But it's all looking good for a fish. I mean, can't see her on the cliff now, so I don't know who's catching what or anything. You know, there is a few rods further out though. There's somebody fishing right up there in the distance. He's got a hell of a long walk back. When he's finished. Looks like he's camping the night anyway. He's got his bloody tent out and everything. The tide don't come in as far up there, so I suppose you could certainly do that. Beach is really full as far as the eye can see. Virtually all the way up to Widensea. Let me just have a quick look at these rods because I want to make sure they're not touching. Because that's like last time. Because I've cast one out further than the other. One's under the other, so they should be alright. I'm looking forward to my Sunday dinner. Because I've got a nice Sunday dinner at home. Well, I will have when I get home. You know, I was going to bring our lass with us, but it's a bit. I know it's a van. She can sit in the van and do whatever she likes, but it's still it's a long bloody day sat in the van, innit? So, you know. But it's certainly good afternoon's fishing. I think Mumtaz was out anyway, was it earlier? And he got, I think he got 5 or 6 whiting. You know, I'll be happy with 5 or 6 whiting. I'm not too fussed like. So he did well there then. Probably not what he went looking for, but I mean, you know, at least he's had a session with fishing it. Right, I'm going to take a little break there, but if them rods start bending, ooh, is that a slack line? I think I just got a slack liner, that could be a cod. Big slack liner, fellas, big slack liner. Slack liner, completely. No, it don't feel like one, but did you see it go slack? I think it got off. Whatever it was, got off. You see my rod go totally slack? There's no on it though, it don't feel like there is. Yeah, top buck. Yeah, that was unlucky that. I don't know what that was, but certainly had it, didn't it? Want the prawn. Top hook it looks like. Whatever it was, fellas, has moved me. Has moved it because it won't rig up now. Whatever that was, that got it. No, the slider, it's not slidable, so no, it won't lock on now. Whatever had that was big. Whatever had that was big, Danny, because it's moved me. It's moved me beads and everything. Can't move it either because it's gone too far up. Oh, that's why. Whatever it was has knotted it. You don't want me standing around here, mate, with all these hooks flying about. You do get really ignorant people, as you can see. If they get hooked, it's their own fault, I have told them. Don't come this way, there's hooks and lines. One has gone over that one, so I'll pull that one. Right, we're out. I did warn him in the end. I was a bit shocked on how far that went. It did go a long way, that one. But it's I don't know what that was. You saw that yourself. It was a complete and utter slackliner. You saw it, didn't you? It looked like a coddy bite or a smooth hound or something, but there was no there. But the bottom, the top bait was dislodged, so somebody's grabbed it. But I've only got 3 hooks on, 2 O's, 3 O's, so it's not the size of the hook. But I've got some nice bait out there, really. You know, there's no reason why I shouldn't be catching fish now. But it was a bit of a shocker that I thought you had something big on it. To reel it in and find there's not there was unreal. So after all that excitement, it was excitement, I'll be back if we get any more action. It's running nearest to us. It's been out about 20 minutes or so. That was the one I put a huge piece of mackerel on and a really nice big long squid all wrapped up round it. Hoping that the crabs wouldn't be able to get at it, you know, for a while, but I've got a feeling when I pull it in it's going to just be hook and elastic. I've just got this feeling, so let's pull it in and have a look. Now this feels like it's got a fish on it, but you know, whether it has or not is another matter. I don't think it has, I think it's just really soft sand. Problem is when you're banging it out a long way, it takes a hell of a long time to reel it in. I think that the weight's just getting buried because the sand's really soft here. Still shocked about that slack liner I had, because I really honestly thought I had a fish. No, it's just an empty hook, look, I told you. It's all it's come back as is elastic and an hook. I had a feeling. There's definitely crabs out there, 100% crabs. So I'm going to stick a couple of black lug on there, if I can find them. A couple of black lug, and perhaps I might stick a bit of bluey on it anyway. Don't know what to put on it really, maybe a bit of bluey, I don't know. Got a bit of all sorts in here really. Couple of black lug. Couple of black lug maybe. See how that gets on. Yeah, well that, all I've ended up with is elastic. It's a bit sad, fellas, when you put a big bait on like that and you bring it back in and all he's got is elastic. As you can see, the black lug aren't that small, are they? They're quite large, and I'm putting a couple on. So, you know, I'm trying to get a fish. Like, I've tried everything so far. At least I had a bit of excitement with that slackline bite. That was a shocker, that. I thought he had the biggest fish of the season so far there. Maybe it was, and maybe it's just got off. I mean, they've got ultra sharp hooks on, so they're mustard hooks, and they're really sharp, so you know, there's no reason. Right. But I'm not taking no prisoners this time. I'm looking for a fish. As you can see, there's plenty of lug on there. I certainly haven't shaked on the bait, put it that way. Non-shakage on the bait. There we go, knock that one a fair distance.
Yeah.
Knock that a fair distance. Have you had any more bites, Dan?
I'll have nibble.
The old flat lunch machine is cranking out the nibbles today.
Oh yeah.
It's I was trying to wait for that gully that Danny was in. It's quite far out now. Now whether I've managed to get anywhere near it is another matter, but you know, I knocked it out at fair distance. I don't know if you saw it on camera, probably didn't, but I did knock it out at fair distance. I'm still confident I'm going to get a fish, because It's just bloody beautiful conditions. It's one of them sessions where you could stay all night. You know what I mean? It's that nice. I mean, it's probably one of the most enjoyable sessions I've had for the last 7 or 8 months, I would say. And all we're lacking now is a couple of decent fish, but you know, they can come at any point in the session, can't they? So I always live in hope, mate. Until you've wrapped up, you've got a chance of a fish. And if you don't get one, there's always next time, isn't there? You know, I'm just happy that I'm able to get out and enjoy myself fishing. And I'm on the Akios Fury 450s again, the 15 footers, Continentals. They're beautiful casting rods, I'm not going to knock them. You know, I've had a couple of fish on them so far. Not spectacular, but fantastic, absolutely fantastic rods. So, you know, I'm going to try them in smooth hound season and see if we can all a decent smooth hounding on one. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. I might have to break out the Sonic Black Sports because they're a bit tougher them, I think. They're a bit, they can handle a bit more weight on them. So we'll see anyway. But they're my go-to rods at the moment, these. I certainly wouldn't use them in the river because they're just, I don't think there's enough, they're not stiff enough for the river really. Where the Black Sports, they work like a dream in the river. So, as long as we've got a rod for every occasion, we're okay, aren't we? That's the thing. Right, I'm going to take a little break there, and when I come back, hopefully one of us has got some major action on the rod. This far rod in and see what's been happening. I've had a few little nibbles on it, but I think it's crab. So, you know, I'm not expecting anything, and probably I'm expecting just some hooks coming in. Definitely just hooks, 100%. God, this feels heavy. I know it's not a fish though. It's been like that all day. Strip clean, both of them strip clean, not a thing on them. What? So I mean, there's definitely crabs out there, isn't there? Not a bean on both of them. I'm with Andy as well, by the way. I never mentioned it, but he's up the beach somewhere. There's that many people fishing on here today, we couldn't get on close together, so that's why we had to walk 250, 300 metres up the beach, because we couldn't get on. So, you know, you get on where you can, don't you? At the end of the day. There's no way on, so we are where we ended up. Seeing if the squid's alright. It's froze this one a few times. Yeah. Just gonna wrap some squid on it, not a lot. And I've tried everything else, so the last bit that was on here was black lug and it hadn't done no good, so you know, save the lug for when there's something biting, like. Coming in fast now, Danny. Just moving on to smaller baits. Yeah, the one going back will shorten it though. Moving on to smaller baits now, see if there's any little fish out there. These are half the size of that I've been putting out, so you know, big baits aren't doing no good, so we've got little baits on now. And we'll see how they get on. Yeah, we'll see how they get on. You know, I've changed the bait often, like. And but it's not because I've had a whole bait on or anything. Try smaller ones and see if we get anywhere with that. I have to walk this way and cast though, because I'll get into Danny territory if I don't.
Your fault.
Why? What have you done now? Right. That's got them back out. Well, that one back out anyway. So, you know, what can you do? I might actually I might pull the other one in as well. I'll pull this one in. See if we've got out on this one. I've got to run the other line, but I don't know how.
We bait the bastards.
You are?
Man, we bait the fuckers.
I think Andy's caught a fish here.
Bloody phone up, hasn't he?
Hello? 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 You there? I don't know what he's doing there.
Might lost signal, I keep losing it. I might have caught a fish.
You might have done. Right. I'm going to put a big bait, well not a big bait, but I'm going to stick a bait on this fellas and then I'm going to get it out. And you might be able to see the cast if you're lucky. I'll find a decent squid. There's a decent one. I put a massive one on because I don't think there's out there big to be fair. I don't think there's anything big out there, so you know, we'll get a bit of we'll get a bit of squid on. I think our kid just rang me. He might have caught a fish up the other end. This is a pulley pennel, so you know I can put a full squid on this. Absolutely no problem. Well, that's the pennel rig. That's all ready to go back out. Just debating where to cast. Let me have a look. Well, where is that? It's there, 'cause it's drifting a little bit. Maybe I have to go a bit further left, I don't know. I want you to see if you can see this cast, because you might be able to pick it up because it's clear. And it's not often as bloody clear as this, so try and get you a shot of the cast like. Because I want to check on the video, see how far I'm bending this rod, because you can't really tell when you cast it yourself. So I want to see how far it bends. You know, because you get a big whip on it, you're going to get a nice cast, aren't you? I've got 5 ouncer on it anyway. So let's have a look. See how far we get it. I reckon that was hell of a long way of that. Quite happy with that. Dead straight out, wherever my foot pointed it landed, so you know, all good. Right, so I've got two new. I don't know if the camera will pick that up or not, to be fair, that cast, but I'm hoping it did, because I want to see how far the rod bent. Very soft sand here though, very soft. You are? Yeah, it's very soft sand. So let's get you back on them rods. Granted, there's not a lot to see at the moment, but it's lovely conditions. We're just lacking fish, but I mean, it's not my fault. It's just the, you know, you can only catch what you can catch, can't you? Cracking bait and a cracking everything. Say again. Just run your fingers up and down it, you'll find it. Just always make sure you've left a bit of elastic on the edge so that you can find it easy. I don't know why, but my lines keep drifting into each other and I'm casting them like well apart, so This one I've just cast though is further out than the other one, so I suspect, if anything, it was going to go over the top of it.
You know what though? I got that first fish without the elastic.
Yeah.
But I can't find the end for that. Find it if you can, but I'm going to chuck it out without the elastic. Got me first cod without the elastic.
That's the only problem with this really thin elastic, which I don't like. I think it's rubbish. Like, you lose the end, that's the end of it. Pardon the pun, but it's true. You lose the end of that elastic and it's Bob your uncle, it's gone. Because I mean, you know, I don't like using this stuff because it's useless.
Well, go 50.
No, it's totally gone. This it's binnable. You know, fine elastic is useless. It's useless at the best of times. It's absolutely useless, that. Hence why I don't use it, because it's rubbish.
Found it?
Nah. Nah, absolutely useless, that stuff. I think I just got a little bite there on the end rod. Let me just check them. That definitely would have crossed, because that one's out way further than the other one. Right, let's keep an eye on it, because I sure had a little bite. But beautiful scenery on here. I mean, look at that scenery, look at that, beautiful. You see that? Fantastic, isn't it? Great scenery. You know, if you can't get no fish, at least get good scenery. Because it's an adventure, fellas, that's what it is, it's an adventure. And you stick cod baits at the beginning of adventure, and what do you have? Cod baits, fishing, adventures. I'm thinking of going up to Scotland anyway, for about 5-6 days. I'm going to, well, maybe even longer, it depends. If I like it up there, I might stay a bit longer. Obviously I'm going to drive up there, but bit by bit. I don't know whether the fart machine's coming with me. I asked him and I'll see what he says. But he probably will. He'll probably want to get some of the action as well. We'll be taking one rod with us, one reel, a few weights and a shrimp net, and hopefully we'll catch what we... Oh, he's bringing lunch. The fart machine, look, he's on his way and he's brought... What you brought me?
Fishing, so you need fishing.
He's brought me fish bait crisps, prawn.
Well, they've got prawn.
Supreme prawn walkers. Not sponsored by Walker, so I'm not plugging them. But my fingers smell of it anyway, so I might as well totally smell of it. So I'll take a little break there while I'm muffling on these crisps, because you don't know where they crunch, and I'll be back shortly. Right, it's got to that time, it's 7:10 and time to wrap up. tide's been and gone. It's been going out now about 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes. I went down to one rod, now it's happened, recast this rod, it's not doing much. People have started to pack away, so I'm going to probably follow through. I've enjoyed it here though, I'll be honest with you, it's been a good afternoon. No fish for me, but I mean Danny broke his duck and he got a cod. So he's well chuffed. He's the old fat machine sat over there on his little box. Look, he's about to wrap up in a minute. But give him a wave, Danny, with your little cod machine. I don't know whether he's been playing any musical tunes, like. I don't know what he's been eating, but must have had his Weetabix this morning to pull that cod in first cast, so you know, I'm happy about that. This video's going out tonight, so it'll be when you see this video, it'll be in film today, because I'll be home for about 8 maybe, and I'll get it rendered when I get in, and with a bit of luck I'll have it up for 9 o'clock. You know, it'll be a world record if I do it, because it's gone 7 now and I'm still at Tunstall. I'm still on the beach, so if I can get it up running and online for 9 o'clock, that'll be shocking. So, you know, I'll show you the date and the time just to prove it is today. There you go, look. It is Sunday, which is today. It's the 13th of April. And according to my watch, it is 7 o'clock just about. But my clock's a bit wrong, don't go by my phone. It's slightly out of sync. I don't know why it is, but it is. But, so the tide's been going out. And I've got to get home. I've got a long walk back up that bloody cliff as well. Not up the cliff, but along it. So, you know, but I seem to get here all right with that, with one gear on my back. So, you know, we'll try it. Onwards and upwards, on to the next venue. I think the next venue will be Hornsey. I'm going to do Hornsey North, tackle them steps, because I've always liked fishing Hornsey and I know you get some good fish there. So until probably midweek and at Hornsey North, it's a good evening from me and the flatulence kid Danny from a lovely, glorious Tunstall beach. So until the next one, all the very best, and don't forget to subscribe. Good night.